Last fall, I tested out the HOTO Air Pump Master, and I've been using it regularly to inflate bike tires, car tires, inflatable toys for the lake, a small backyard soaking pool, sports balls, and more. It's an awesome pump, but I also wanted something that was easier to take with me while out biking, since I sometimes need to adjust the tire pressure for different riding situations, particularly with an eMTB or a fat tire e-bike. Hello everybody, this is Matthew Miller, otherwise known as Palm Solo, and thanks for visiting the Mobile with Matt YouTube channel. I appreciate your views and your support. Please consider hitting subscribe if you find value in my videos. So HOTO makes lots of useful tools, and for the past several months I've been using the Air Pump Pocket. After just 1 week of use, I actually bought one for my daughter in Colorado so she could easily inflate the tires on the bike she has for herself and her guest. Carrying around a large pump and trying to get that pressure just right is a little bit difficult, and the HOTO Air Pump Pocket is perfect. So let's start off with some key specifications of this little pump. It measures in at 93 by 58 by 38 millimeters in size, and it weighs just 255 grams, which is just over half a pound. It supports inflation pressures from 3 to 150 psi. Typical bike tire, say a 700 by 23C tire, can be filled in about 25 seconds. Inside the Air Pump Pocket is a 2000 milliampere lithium-ion battery. Charging time is about 1.5 hours, and it's the simplest pump ever to use. Just flick it over, it turns on, and you can have a 5-second startup to go and start charging up your tires. The package includes the pump, an American air valve, a Presta valve adapter, a needle valve adapter, a quick connection valve adapter, which is mounted on there all the time, for my case, and a USB-C cable that you use to charge it up. So to turn on the pump, you simply rotate the top short hose line to either side, more than 30 degrees, and the small white display on the front lights up. Press the plus and minus buttons to select your desired pressure, and then after a couple of seconds, the current pressure in the connected object you are inflating will show up on the display. Press that far right button with the yellow dot on it to start the pump, and it will stop automatically once it reaches the pressure level that you set. In order to turn off the pump, you just swing the small hose back over the top, and that's it. That's all you have to do to use this pump. The battery on this pump is designed to help you refill up to 18 tires, or 8 fully flat tires. And that's about what I experienced over the past few months. A standard USB-C port is on the right side, so you can charge up the pump in any manner you want, similar to your phone. The pump, as you can see, is very small, so I keep it with me in a small bag on my bike, and inflation usually lasts for less than a minute most of the time. The HOTO Air Pump Pocket supports up to 2 memory spots. So if you have a couple different bikes with different PSI levels, you can set those up in advance and then just simply easily select those when you're ready to inflate your tires. You simply press and hold the power button, the one with the yellow dot, and that will switch between memory 1 and memory 2 positions, and the pressure that you set with those will appear. Then you don't have to use the plus and minus buttons to find that exact pressure. It's right there in your memory. I really love the fact that you can easily use the plus and minus buttons to set your preferred PSI, and then just tap the go button to get the tire to that level. It's the way all bike pumps should operate. There's also, as you can see on here, a silicone band that fits around the pumps, and it holds an extra adapter. The band does show some standard pressures for different types of gear, but it is a pretty broad range. For example, I see on here mountain bikes 30 to 65 psi. So check out the gear and the tires, or whatever you are, a ball or whatever, and check those recommended pressures before you set that pressure. Now thankfully, most of my bikes use the standard Schrader air nozzles, so I just position the end of the short tube over the valve, press down on the securing lever, hold it to the bike, and then charge it up. However, my old 1994 Bridgestone bike uses a Presta air nozzle, so I do have to first attach that adapter to the nozzle on the bike and then fit the Schrader nozzle over that to inflate the tire. The HOTO Air Pump Pocket is available now for $59.99. If you ride bikes or you are pumping up a lot of balls, maybe you're a coach for a soccer team or a basketball team or something, you should seriously consider the HOTO Air Pump Pocket. The simple functionality, the reliable pressure settings, the small form factor, and a solid battery life make this an essential accessory for portable pumping needs. The Air Pump Pocket shows you the inflation status once you make that connection, so you don't have to worry about putting in the wrong pressure like you do with a physical pump. It's small, effective, and affordable. Thanks to the folks representing HOTO for sending over the Air Pump Pocket for me to test out. It's a great gift for the bikers in your family. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share. Interact with me here and stay tuned for more coverage of e-bikes, wearables, and other mobile technology. And may the mobile force be with you.